the opposition and the government in the Lok Sabha. As we all know, it's been adjourned till 3 p.m. But Congress, TMC, Samajwadi Party members of the parliament all came up to Amit Shah's chair. They even tried to push Kiren Rijiju, and then Ravneet Bittu got into a scuffle with them, is what we are being told. All the top ministers, including Amit Shah, are currently meeting the Lok Sabha Speaker, Shri Om Birla, is what we are being told. But as of now, what we can tell you is that the Lok Sabha has been adjourned. And remember, this entire showdown happened as the Union Home Minister Amit Shah was seeking passage for those 3 bills. Most important is the Constitutional Amendment Bill, as Arunima was also highlighting, that the opposition is accusing of being against the spirit, against the basic tenet of the Constitution, and how this will in fact overturn the basic fundamental jurisprudence, is what they're saying, that is that you're innocent until proven guilty. Payal joins me on the phone line with more inputs. Payal, take us through what exactly transpired in the Lok Sabha, what are you learning, and what exactly led to that scuffle?
Well, of course, the Grah Mantri of the country, the Home Minister, was introducing the bill after multiple leaders within the opposition had raised their objection, but it was seen that papers were thrown at him, and some leaders from the Congress party were throwing papers at him, obviously unhappy with the introduction of the bill. But things took an ugly turn, when some members led by Kalyan Banerjee, who is a very, very aggressive member of parliament, charged towards the Home Minister's chair. Eyewitnesses who have spoken to us have also told us, Akansha, that they tried to block the Home Minister from speaking. And this is not the first time that Kalyan Banerjee has done something like that. He tried to do this again as well. And he was stopped by the BJP members of parliament. Some members also say that they tried to, block Kiren Rijiju from circling around the Home Minister, etc. as well. All senior ministers in the government, whether it's Kiren Rijiju, whether it's Prahlad Joshi, whether it's Union Home Minister, are currently meeting the Lok Sabha Speaker about the behavior that one has witnessed as far as the Home Minister is really concerned. Remember, he was doing his bit by introducing the bill. He had already announced that he would be, in fact, sending this for parliament scrutiny. So what led to the throwing of papers around him, and what led to members of parliament charging around him, is also very important to watch out for. Members of parliament, both from the TMC as well as the Congress party, charged towards his chair, tried to block him from speaking, is what eyewitnesses have currently said.
But Payal, that also brings us to the other big question. If there are going to be arrests within 30 days, then the fact or removal of the PM, CM from their position following graft charges, what is it that the opposition is currently voicing? Where is the problem?
The opposition currently is saying that, when you are able to arrest a person and pronounce him guilty right away, it's not going to be allowed, given the fact that, you and me can be arrested today, but does that make us guilty from day one? We're not guilty until proven, we are not innocent, we are not guilty until proven innocent as well. That is something which they've been charging about, that's something which they've been arguing about. And they feel that this is going to be a tool that the government of the day will be using against the opposition in particular, and will also be using against opposition ruled states. But there have been several examples. For example, when Arvind Kejriwal was put behind bars, and for the longest he refused to step down from his post as the Chief Minister. Senthil Balaji, again another leader in the opposition ranks, who was arrested, was a minister without a portfolio for a very long time. This cannot really be allowed. That is something which the Home Minister is saying. But like I said, this bill is not final. The Home Minister said that his government is open to scrutiny. They want a discussion in detail on the bill, and therefore it's being sent for parliament scrutiny. But this behavior of the opposition parties is completely uncalled for, because everybody on the ruling side, whether they did not agree with the opposition's arguments as far as the bill is concerned, has chosen to listen to it, and has not chosen to charge at the chair.
Okay, thank you so much, Payal, for bringing us all those latest inputs. Let's also bring in some more political voices. In fact, one of the most prominent ones today in the Lok Sabha from the opposition was that of Congress's Manish Tewari, who has in fact called this as an amendment that will defy the basic fundamental tenet of the Indian jurisprudence. Let's listen in to what he had to say in this exclusive conversation with Pallavi Ghosh.
Mr. Manish Tewari. Manish, what are the grounds that you're objecting on? Because I did hear your objection.
Well, this bill, these 3 bills, the Constitution Amendment Bill, the Union Territories Amendment Bill, and the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Amendment Bill, are fundamentally destructive of the Constitution, the basic structure of the Constitution. The Supreme Court has held that rule of law is a part of the basic structure of the Constitution. And implicit in the rule of law is that you are presumed innocent until proven guilty. This bill stands that principle on its head. It makes the SHO the boss of the Prime Minister. Number two, it is disruptive of Article 21, the due process clause, because the first information report, an investigation, an arrest, a charge sheet is no presumption of guilt. In fact, only at the stage of framing of charges that you plead not guilty. So therefore, what is this that if you are arrested for 30 days, you will cease to be a minister? Number three, this bill is completely and absolutely destructive of democracy.
But Manish, throwing papers and copy of the bill.
I am not on conduct. What I am saying is the implications are very, very pernicious for democracy.
Are you happy that's gone to a JPC? Are you satisfied with
Well, in the sense, my objection was that it should be withdrawn. This bill is fundamentally destructive of the basic structure of the constitution.
Your last question is, of course, that the BJP is saying that, Congress always objects to a bill which is fighting against corruption.
This has nothing to do with corruption. You are not going to stand the fundamental law of the land on its head. Right? You can't turn this into a police state.
Thank you very much for speaking to CN News 18. Thank you very, very much. Joining me now is the Congress.
Pallavi had that conversation with Manish Tewari. She also joins me on the phone line. Pallavi, we've heard what Manish Tewari had to say as, we accept the points that he's making, but he's calling the bills undemocratic. What, in fact, explains or justifies the undemocratic behavior that the opposition's just now displayed in the Lok Sabha?
Yeah, Kanksha, there are two main points which the Constitution is making. That's one, the investigative agencies like the CBI and ED have always been unleashed, but now it is going to be unleashed even more to specifically target the opposition chief ministers or the ministers and opposition political parties, to just pick them up, apply a case, arrest them, and after 30 days, if they are holding a position as per this bill, they will be asked to step down. And that is where the BJP is going to begin their horse trading. The second objection that they are raising is the manner in which it was brought in. That it was around 8 p.m. when that letter of the Home Minister to the Speaker was released, where he wanted, this bill to be tabled today. Why wasn't the opposition party alerted, given more time to go through the bill? And just sending it to a JPC according to them is not enough. They also have been calling it a diversionary tactic, because today is also the day, once again, of that hashtag Vote Chori campaign of the Congress party. So, Akanksha, the Congress party feels and the opposition feels we've been asking for a debate and discussion on SIR. You've been scuttling that. But you are bringing in contentious bills, not one but three of them. And this is done in a very surreptitious manner. And that is the main ground of objection, unconstitutional and undemocratic manner.
All right, many thanks to you, Pallavi, for putting that into perspective. So that is, in fact, one of the opposition voices. Let's also listen in to what the government has had to say. In fact, Payal Mehta of CNN News 18 had a conversation with BJP MP Biplab Dev. Let's listen in.
बिप्लब दा, क्या हुआ? गृह मंत्री की तरफ आ गए थे कांग्रेस और टीएमसी के नेता।
देखिए, ये बिल जो लाया गया वो अमित भाई ने, हमारे गृह मंत्री जी ने पहले ही हाउस कोर्ट के बताया कि ये संयुक्त समिति में भेजा जाएगा। अब उसको बिजनेस कमेटी में बातचीत करने के बाद ही ये सब लाया जाता है। उसके बाद इनके जो बदतमीजी का हद करके रख दी, देश ने देखा गृह मंत्री जी के सामने किस तरीके से व्यवहार किया जा रहा था, और ऐसे ऐसे लोग, कल्याण बनर्जी और भी जो लोग एमपी हैं, वो संसद के नाते जो उनका दायित्व होता है वो भूल चुके हैं। इनको वो संस्कार भी नहीं है। तो आज देश के सामने शर्मसार किया है। इससे माननीय गृहमंत्री जी की इज्जत कम नहीं हुआ। इन्होंने अपने बिल पेश किया और अपने साथ साथ पहले ही बता दिया जो ये बिल संयुक्त समिति में जाने वाले हैं। जब आप ज्वाइंट उसमें जाने ही वाले हैं तो आपको इसके ऊपर इतना दिखाने की क्या जरूरत है? दिखाने के लिए संसद होता है कानून पास कराने के लिए, इसका विरोध और पक्ष रखा जाता है।
कल्याण बनर्जी आए और कौन आया?
और भी बहुत सारी एमपी इनके ऑपोजिशन की तरफ से आए हैं। ये तो हमारी तरफ से
कागज फेंका क्या गृह मंत्री की तरफ?
सत्ता पक्ष के तरफ से हम लोगों ने माननीय गृहमंत्री ने इसको संभाला है, और हमारे तरफ से ऐसा कोई भी कुछ नहीं किया गया है, क्योंकि हम लोग डेमोक्रेसी को और पार्लियामेंट्री सिस्टम को सम्मान और आदर करते हैं।
धन्यवाद।